At 3:30, we got North Dakota, which went 5-6 last year, traveling to Nebraska, which went 0-1 to start the season. Lost their game against Northwestern. Nebraska favored by 27 points in the Big Ten Network. In fact, this last game against Northwestern was a game they could have had. Game they probably should have had, right? It's a game they had in the palm of their hands. They were up by 11 points, I think. And then they do the onside. I don't know exactly why you go for the onside there. It really makes no sense. It was a game they had. It was a game they let slip away. It was a game that Northwestern really kind of stole. In my opinion, Nebraska played better for the majority of that football game, but it was just they didn't play that great down the stretch. They made many mistakes down the stretch, and I think that really cost them a chance here. But technically speaking, they still are in playoff contention because they've only lost one game, and you can make the playoffs with only one loss. Most teams make the playoffs with one loss. So we'll see. I think Nebraska has a good unit. Casey Thompson, in my opinion, was good last week. I understand the stats, according to a touchdown to interception ratio, don't really show that, but Casey Thompson went 25 of 42 last year, threw for 355 yards, 1 touchdown to 2 interceptions. But I'd like to point out one of those interceptions was entirely not his fault. The one on the last drive of the game that they were trying to drive down and get a field goal, I think, to tie the game up, send it to overtime. It went straight through the receiver's hands, and that's why it was intercepted. That's a ball that needs to be caught. And a lot of the incompletions were balls that should have been caught but weren't. The receiving core for this football team was not helping Casey Thompson out a whole lot. Anthony Grant, the running back for Nebraska on the right side for them, went over 100 yards. He had 19 carries for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns on the game. And Isaiah Garcia Castaneda had 4 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown last game. They're going against the North Dakota squad that isn't all that good, right? And this should be the tune-up game for Nebraska, right? They play Oklahoma next week, and that could be a game that knocks you out of playoff contention. If you lose it, it's a game that does knock you out of playoff contention if you lose it. A game that most likely will, unless you somehow pull off the upset. This is a good tune-up game. Casey Thompson almost beat Oklahoma last year when he was the Texas quarterback. He honestly probably should have if his defense didn't suck. I think Nebraska wins this one. I legitimately do. I think they win it by a lot. I think they win it by more than 27 points.